All right, welcome to the third episode of the bare minimum. In the first episode, we covered income and reporting that. Episode two, we covered the things that come every month, your bills, utilities, and subscriptions, and getting that out of the way before you keep building your budget. Now it's time for the episode three, the needs and the needs. Welcome to the bare minimum. All right, so picking up from where we left off, basically we talked about our earnings. We're doing a $1,200 a month, and we also put about 120 bucks aside for bills and utilities. And then we also covered subscriptions in the form of fees, doing this because, not everyone has access to custom categories. I want to make this as inclusive as I can. If you have custom categories or use another software that categorizes these differently, check out one of the videos that covers that, or ask me for one-on-one to help you out with your specific situation and your specific app. All right, so big difference between what you need and what you need. So, what do you need to survive? Well, you need your utilities paid because otherwise they'll shut off your power. I wouldn't be able to do this without that. You need also, I don't know, shower in the morning. That needs to be paid through utilities. Those are things that you need. And we already know that bills, utilities, and subscriptions, those are coming in on a monthly basis. That's why we talked about it before this episode. So let's move into what you really need. Well, personally, I know humans need to eat. So throw groceries on there. This account has about, 230 monthly on average. Again, just go a little bit above what you think your average is. Be conservative because you want to get these bigger expenses out of the way because you don't want to have this money set aside for your fun things. You need this for your needs first. We can get into the wants in the next episode, but we got to dive into the needs right now. I'd say the things that keep you with food, shelter, water, your bills, utilities, groceries, and then also because you have to pay the monthly or subscriptions, that's taken care of. But now let's get into, well, I need this. Okay, so for a lot of people, I know they commute to work. That's something that is, they know they're going to have to pay for that throughout the month. That's going to be an expense that they need. This account averages around 80 bucks roughly, but it looks like one month had 96. Let's bring that to 100. If there's a high month, let's get it around there so that we can get something that we know that we're going to need out of the way. This needs to be budgeted first because these are things we will be spending money on. Now, going along with things that we will be spending money on, let's say I am someone who commutes to work every single morning and I'm exhausted in the morning. I need a coffee. Right now, I'm looking at, I don't know, let's say I'm someone who drinks a coffee every morning, 5 days a week, 4 weeks in the whole month. Like that's, oh my God, that's so much money going to coffee. But still, that is something that someone needs because that's how they operate in the morning. Okay, this is where we can start pruning. Okay, so we know gas isn't going to be too much different if we just commute to and from work. That's going to be relatively similar, but coffee. Well, maybe get it at work, make it yourself. There's ways that we can go around that, but we claim it's something that we need. We know it's something we're going to spend money on. So, all right, we don't have an explicit category for coffee here in Rocket Money. So let's go ahead and call that, let's say, dining and drinks. Okay, so we know we spend way too much money on coffee. We spend $5 a day, 5 days a week, 4 freaking weeks. Dumb. That's $100. Calm down. Let's try. This is where we can manage our needs. We can try moving that down to, I don't know, just Mondays, maybe Fridays, but no, let's be strict. Let's try to keep ourselves on a budget here. Just Mondays, 4 weeks out of the month. $20. $5 per. Okay. This is where we're going lower on our needs. This is bare bones. I'm just thinking about someone who needs to eat, take care of themselves, get to work, wake themselves up. If you have a baby, maybe you need to get diapers. Like that's closer to a need than a need because you're taking care of this child. So family care. Diapers are ridiculously expensive. Honestly, I'm probably under budgeting 200 bucks a month here. And for my target audience, we probably won't be looking too much at this, so I'll leave it off of this budget for now, but that's another example of a need that we know we're going to have to spend money on this and have to, not want to, have to. All right, so we have covered basically the essentials of what you know is coming. Next episode, it's time to figure out, all right, I've got a little bit left over and maybe some stuff we don't know is coming. So for the next episode, we're going to get into budgeting our wants. Thank you for watching.